Today, I'm sharing what's been working with us for reading with my 8 and 10-year-old. This is definitely not a one-size-fits-all approach. This is just our flow that works for us. So feel free to take what works for you and then adjust what you need for your homeschool. Welcome to Growing Up Rooted. This is where I share what homeschooling looks like for us. So it's flexible, it's real life, and it's always something that you can adapt for your family. Before I jump into the resources, I want to share the why behind our reading flow because once you understand the goal, everything else kind of makes sense. For us, reading is about confidence, comprehension, vocabulary, and actually enjoying books. I don't see the point in random busy work when it comes to reading. I want reading to be something that feels doable and actually creating an interest. I have an 8 and 10-year-old. The reading flow is the same, just the expectations are adjusted. So my 8-year-old needs a little bit more support and conversation, but my 10-year-old is much more independent when it comes to our reading flow, especially when it comes to comprehension and vocabulary. The first part of our reading flow is about 20 to 30 minutes of the kids reading to me. And we normally get their chapter books from the library just to keep it affordable. And I found that it really opens up the door to the type of variety of books that they come across. This time is intentionally them reading to me. So it's not silent reading. This allows me to hear their fluency and where they're getting stuck at in the text, and it allows me to support them in that moment as they're going through the chapter. I do read aloud to them too. That happens at another part of the day, and I treat that separate from this reading block in our curriculum. Next, we move into reading comprehension using an Evan-Moor worksheet, and this is always collaborative. They'll read the passage on their own, answer the questions independently, and then we'll go through their answers together. So this is a good place of where we edit their grammar, where we look for opportunities to replace simple words with more, mature vocabulary words. And also it gives us time to discuss how well they're comprehending the text. And it's never like a grading, like you're getting this wrong. It's like, oh, how did you come to this conclusion? Or is this better fitting when it comes to your answer and stuff like that? And it's more so we take the time to think of why they answered the question that way, and could we have answered it differently and been more accurate, that type of thing. And definitely in this section, sometimes the conversation matters more than what actually gets written, and I'm totally okay with that. The last part of our flow is wordly wise, and I like to describe these as like they're little tiny vocabulary bites of curriculum. So it takes very little time and it gives them a good way to introduce themselves to new vocabulary in context. Altogether, this takes about 30 to 45 minutes per kid, but on low energy days, we are sometimes just reading and discussing what we've read, but I count that still hits the mark for us. We don't stress about missing days or unfinished pages or kids at different pacing. Reading can happen anywhere, and the goal is to establish an appreciation, respect, and curiosity for reading, at least in our homeschool. To me, success is understanding and engagement. So we're not just reading to complete the worksheet. We are reading to want to know something more. And so when they finish reading, if they want to learn more about something, that tells me the reading is working. Success with reading is not just about decoding a text. It's also about establishing curiosity and confidence for the kid. If this was helpful, tell me how old your kids are in the comments. If you're building a homeschool that fits your family and your season, you're in the right place here at Growing Up Rooted. Keep learning, keep exploring, and stay rooted.
And you said he probably felt sad and mad because everyone didn't believe him. Yes, but is there a better word or words that we can use besides sad and mad?
Depressed.
Depressed? Yeah, he was probably depressed.
Frustrated.
Frustrated, yes. That kind of would be a mixture of both of these. I'll put it right there.